Welcome to the Brunswick Group Therapy Podcast with Lucas and Kimberlee.
What?
I don't know.
Less excited, more excited? What are you talking about over there?
We get different levels of excitement. So I'm talking
just-
louder, I'm talking quieter.
Let's just get on with this.
Joey Chestnut, I got really excited, and then got not so excited. Some other things. All right, here we go. Episode 17. Let's do it.
Was that last weekend? Did you go?
No, that's coming up in a couple
Oh,
of
that's
weekends.
coming up.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the post for
All
the week.
right. Enough of this.
All right.
Anyway, right off the bat, let's kick it off. Ready?
Yeah, Brunswick Rec Center
Parks
was
are
out there
doing some stuff around town.
upgrading the play features at yet another park.
Telling ya.
This one's for the dogs, though. So the Brunswick Dog Park got an upgrade with their
On
play
to the
features.
dogs.
They've completed quite a few park upgrades this year, and I think they might have one or two more planned.
Taking care of the pooches.
That's right.
Awesome.
This week, the city passed an ordinance that allows police to ticket individuals operating drones outside of what's legal. There's a lot of laws in place with unmanned aircraft, drones. This even affects people with remote control helicopters or remote control airplanes. There's certain size restrictions. This all came about, I guess, because somebody's been flying drones in people's backyards and they were uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, I think I'd have a problem with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it hanging out my yard.
You know what? I would stand in front of a window, butt-ass naked, and they'd never come back again. And then somebody would probably post the picture on the page.
Somebody said they wanted to shoot it out of the sky or whatnot, but I guess now Brunswick has an ordinance in place so that the police can ticket you if you're not following those regulations. So if you are going to operate one of those drones, make sure you check the law first.
Take up another hobby. Go to Refuge Gaming and just sit indoors. And how's that? No?
Well,
I know.
You gotta have your outdoor
I know.
fun, too. You can have indoor fun and outdoor fun. Oh, here's another controversial post. I guess Brunswick is getting a Bay Village priest that was reassigned to a Brunswick church.
Is it Rocco's?
No,
St. Raphael.
They were at St. Raphael. They're coming
there.
to St. Colette.
That's it.
Tim Guru is coming to Brunswick after months after a controversial homily.
Yeah.
It says here that, according to the Catholic Diocese of Cleveland, he was requested that he be moved churches. Some question whether the new assignment is punitive or related to the disruption of Mass that occurred on May 28th during one of his sermons. So I
guess he spoke out against the LGBT community, and it wasn't too well received. And then there was some incident where some guy was threatening him or parishioners or something. Anyway, so we'll see how that goes over at St. Colette. He's got some big shoes to fill over there.
Yeah, I saw St. Colette's Facebook page welcoming him with open arms, so we'll see.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah, and I didn't watch the homily, so I'm not sure what transpired, but that made the news and was a pretty controversial post in our group.
And we like when you guys talk about that, and that stayed pretty respectful. So, I mean, that was a good post. So, speaking of controversial, I don't know who this bag was that dropped a cat off at North Park.
On Sunday, 9/10, a cat was found abandoned in its carrier at North Park.
This is a good tie-in then, because there's a special place in hell. Get it? See what I did there? There's a special place for somebody that does stuff like this. That's horrible.
Looks like they left a bottle of water
outside
in a
the
bag
cage.
Of something, probably food or something, outside of the cage.
And just left it at North Park.
Just left it. I mean, I don't know. What's the best thing to do when you want to get rid of a pet?
Probably.
I mean, you should make the decision. Getting a pet, you should stay with your pet.
I would say a shelter.
Shelter. Mm-hmm.
Or
post it on Facebook.
Police. Yeah.
I mean, I could probably think of 10 things I do before, dropping dash.
Another good reason why we don't have the anonymous feature on the group, because then some would be like, hey, I just dropped this outside North Park.
Luckily, it was in a public area. The cat was found. I'm sure it's being well taken care of.
If you have any information and know who the bag is, contact Animal Control or Brunswick PD, just so they can have a little chat with them.
This one, Republic Garbage Service. The person wrote, "Heads up, Republic recently made the decision they will no longer be collecting any garbage unless it's in the Republic can or in a trash bag." I mean, that's been the rule all along.
I looked it up on the city site. It says you can only use their containers.
Right. And occasionally I use my personal trash can and put some...
You're lucky it didn't get thrown away like this young lady.
Yeah.
Her trash can got thrown away.
Got tossed. So if you need an extra can, you can contact...
Yeah, you can contact Republic, and I think there's a small fee for it.
Right.
Something like that. It's not super expensive. And they'll bring you another can. All right, moving on.
Ah, what is this? This is
I
creepy.
don't know. I put this one up here because it does kind of creep you out, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Like, what is the deal with this doll?
And most people probably haven't seen this, but there's a storefront over by the old movie theater across from the middle school. What's the name of that plaza?
I don't know.
I don't
Is
know
it Diamond?
either.
Is it named after Diamond? No, it's not after Diamond.
Is it just Brunswick
I think
Plaza?
it's Brunswick Plaza because then I was like, "Where's Brunswick Plaza?" And
Yeah.
somebody was like, "Oh, it's over by the bowling alley."
There's a storefront there that has a bench out front, and on that bench
Is
sits
this lovely lady?
a doll.
Yes.
It's probably a 2.5 foot tall doll. And
You know what we should do? We should get it closed for every season, every holiday, and just like dress it up. Have it be like, you know how they used to have those geese out in the front yard, and they'd put like, no, you're not going for that one.
No.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, here's one. Tell us about this.
Kicking up the dirt. Something's earth moving going on over at Hoffman Tree. You'll notice that it looks like there's a what is that? What is it? It looks like a BMX ramp right now.
like
in the back.
like a
But we'll see. Somebody made some comment kind of on the negative side about, how horrible it looked and, they're going to finally tear it down. And I thought it was really interesting to see Brad Hoffman's reply that his grandfather and founding member of the Brunswick Hills Fire Department owned that barn, which they purchased after their first fire engine. And that barn served as the fire station and housed a grass truck, a tanker truck, and the engine until the then new fire station was built and town hall further down on Pearl there by Hollows. So I think it's pretty cool. They still have like a day room in there where he still honors that memory of that station, and it's an old duty shirt, he said, and a 3/4 coat and a helmet is hanging up in there. So right now, Hoffman Tree has 3 locations, 3 places they work out of. They're going to consolidate it all into one, and he's got some other stuff coming up that he won't tell me what it is.
Huh.
So
we got to have something to look forward to.
now we got to wait.
He's in Brunswick Hills, and there's
Isn't that weird?
a lot less restrictions.
That was the other part of my post. Isn't that weird? So the tree, Hoffman Tree, is, who, by the way, is putting up our Christmas tree. Shout out to them for that. Is in the township, but Honey Hut, 6 inches farther to the south, is in the city.
In one of the Honey Hut posts, I said all they would have to do to get that traffic out of the street is to make their drive-through longer, because they have that whole back of the property that used to be a putt-putt place. All they would have to do is make the drive-through go down and back up, so there's more space in the back of the parking lot. But I guess they couldn't do that because they wanted to use gravel, and the city wouldn't let
There
them.
was some sort of...
If it was the township, I bet they could do that and
There was some
alleviate
sort
the
of
problem.
thing. So anyway, keep your eye on that location and see what Hoffman Tree is up to. Brad, you better call me. I want to be number 4 on the list. He said I could be number 4 to know as soon as he could
To know what he's
tell.
doing?
Yes. I'm so excited. All right, let's talk about...
Nuts. This last
I was
post
going to say, let's talk about Fletcher's nuts, or we can talk about Dave's nuts.
I just threw this last post in there because
I like
Sidelines
it.
Bar and Grill now sells nuts. It's got
These nuts.
a 4-tier rack of peanuts, cashews, almonds, and pecans. So if you like me and you like some nuts with your beer,
There you go.
apparently everybody's saying that those are the best nuts, and it's called Nuts for Nuts, all natural. So check them out at Sidelines next time you go. And that's all the posts we had for the week. If you think we missed one,
Let us know.
message us on our
Yeah.
podcast page.
We'll be back in a minute, and we're going to talk about the things to do in the 212 this week.
Hello, Brunswick residents. Have you ever thought about launching your own podcast? Just like Lucas and Kimberlee, and I'm excited to help you launch your podcast from the comfort of your own home or office for personal or for business, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. My name is Zebulon Thomas, and I'm the host of the Podcast in the Rough. Get inside my private podcast community mastermind group on Facebook. Inside this group, you get access to this amazing community of other like-minded people launching their podcasts, stay-at-home mom or dads, business owners, and entrepreneurs. Visit thepodcastintherough.com/learn. That is thepodcastintherough.com/learn.
All right, we're back. Let's talk about things to do in the 212.
I didn't know what Uncle Dave's traveling farm was until I read it. I'm like, oh, duh. Dave Goodyear. Hello.
Yeah, I never heard it called that before.
No.
I just thought it was Spring Mist
Right.
Petting Zoo.
So they are going to be this Sunday, up at Sunday at the Farm, Heritage Farms on Laurel. Well, $3, yeah, is the entry fee, but I was looking at the time, I think 10 a.m. to 2. This Sunday the 17th, $3. And you can go see Dolly the water buffalo.
Cash only. And also at the farm, we got live music from 11 to 1 with Ken Urim. And they have knife sharpening. Bring up your knives or scissors, or I don't know if he does mower blades or what. And there's a book signing and photos with Stephen Taco.
Oh, got a lot going on.
Free drawing, refreshments, museum tours. I think there's only a couple weekends left.
Yeah, so get up there. Weather's supposed to be nice. I know it's Ohio. It can change it in 5 minutes. But
We mentioned this one last week, but I'm going to throw it out again. Saturday from 2 to 8 this weekend. Havana's Choice Cigars in Brunswick. That's behind the doghouse.
Were you stuck, or were you waiting me to finish
Couldn't
drinking?
remember it. I'm just going to cut it all out. Behind the doghouse.
No, leave it in.
They have cigar
bloopers are
specials
charming.
They have cigar specials on Foundation cigars, free Foundation swag with the purchase of Foundation cigars, food, and a great time with friends. You can find that behind the doghouse at Havana's Choice, Brunswick, this Saturday from 2 to 8.
Oh, here it is, coming up next weekend
Next weekend. This weekend is Princesses and Pirates
at Mapleside.
at Mapleside.
And next weekend is the big 50th Johnny Appleseed Festival.
Yeah, they got a lot going on. Check their website for both those weekends, but it's sure to be a good time. Here's one. The Optimist Club of Brunswick is having a fall fest at Sidelines Bar and Grill. They're going to have that on September 28th from 6:30 to 9:30. Food, beverage, raffles, friends, and fun.
Probably use that patio that we highlighted at the beginning of the summer. Mm-hmm. But that sounds like a great time. Pretty optimistic about, the event.
Check out Optimist Club of Brunswick on their Facebook page or email dbrock7876@gmail.com.
Are you just now getting it, or you just went right past that I said I was optimistic about the event?
I'm not getting it. I'm not getting
All right, never mind. You say you're not getting it?
it. I guess not.
It's the Optimist Club. I'm never mind.
All right.
All right. What else? Oh, this weekend. This is going to be a good one. This is the Coffee and Car Auto Show at MCCCCCC, Medina County Career Center. So stop by and see them. It's in the morning from 9:30 to noon on Saturday, and then you can drive over to the other show that
our
starts
car show in
Brunswick.
We mentioned this last week. We'll do it again. Saturday, September 16th at 7:30. It's Bosco Jigs. That's a Grateful Dead tribute band playing at the Wooden Nickel. It's 7:30 to 10:30. And then at Manzo's, Saturday, September 16th at 8 p.m., they have Torn playing.
Who?
Torn.
Torn?
Yeah. Torrn.
Oh, 2 R's.
Yeah.
What do they play?
I think it's just rock. It's regular.
Classic stuff?
Yeah.
Got it. 16th at 8 o'clock Saturday, tomorrow. Got it. What else?
That's it. We got branch chipping coming up next week, starting on the 18th all week. Have it out on your trash pickup day.
But
check out the rules.
But don't put it in your own trash can. We learned that today.
No, but if it's under 3 feet,
Yeah.
you should bundle it and keep it with your trash. That's all we got.
That's it.
Yep. See you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
As always, I want to thank you for checking out the Brunswick Group Therapy podcast and for supporting local Brunswick area businesses. If you enjoyed your time, please check us out online at brunswickgrouptherapy.com, where you can continue the conversation with a voice message that may be featured on future podcast episodes or posts. You can also follow us on our Brunswick Group Therapy social media pages on both YouTube and Facebook. If you own or manage an area business and would like to be featured in an upcoming Brunswick Group Therapy podcast, please reach out to Kimberlee or I through any of our social media pages. We are passionate about supporting local, and it's the reason for this podcast.
Thank you for joining us for another therapy session. A reminder that the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the participants and do not represent any business, group, employer, or organization. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only.